YouTube. It's Beaner Skills. I have here Esala, who came in second place at the LA Regionals. For Esala, what did you play for the LA Regionals?
I played Geargia.
Geargia?
Yeah.
And how'd you do in Swiss?
I went 9-0 and then 10th round, I got a game loss for a pretty dumb reason, and that's the only reason I lost. We only played one game. I'm pretty sure I would have won that. Yeah. It was Geargia Mirror. Yeah.
How was your overall tournament experience?
It was pretty solid. Like, I just outplayed most people with the deck because, like, a lot of the time, even in the Geargia Mirror matches, if they don't know how to solidly play the deck, they lose. And I feel like that's most people's problem is with the deck. But, like, people that like understand what monsters to keep on the field, it makes it really easy to win. And it's just this deck can OTK the fastest out of all decks in the meta right now. So.
Alright, so just show us deck.
Alright, standard, played 3 armor. 3 accelerator. I played 3 arsenal. I just want to see my armor as fast as possible. These 3 and this guy. This guy is like actually really good because like if you have this engrave and you have a tuner, or even this and this, like even this engrave with this.
Just gets back your armor, right? Or tuner your dog, right?
Okay. This has been errated, so like it's not as good as it used to be. But basically, at this point, this becomes a debris and it goes into an instant black rose if you have like this or this with a tuner in the grave.
Yeah.
And I play the Karakuri build, so I run 1 strategist and 2 dogs. This is like the standard way to run it. You have to run these. And then I play the Birdman. I played 3 dogs. It was just really good for getting like farther into game 1 plays because you don't have less to deal with it. And it's really easy to side out game 2 and 3. And like against the Geargia Mirror though, I like to keep it in because it helps stall out. And then you get your resources a little bit faster and then you can just do more. And then for the last 2 monsters, I played 2 Valor.
So monsters like how many? Like
20.
20? Alright.
Spells, I played 3 MST. Now, okay, at the tournament, I had pretty much damaged Ultra MSTs. These are replaced, but
yeah.
What happened, I got deck checked 2 times before, and I was called on nothing. And then on the last round, it was my 3rd deck check, which is actually not allowed either. But they said at that point that my MSTs were too damaged, and they still gave me a game loss. But I don't know. I didn't really care too much because it was the last round. I was guaranteed top anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. Dark Hole, Book of Moon. This is really good just because like if they attack your face-up armor, you flip it down, or you just get like plays in, or to push through Exciton plays just to get past some traps. And then okay, I played a Mirror Force during the main tourney, but I took that out for a mind control. I find this to be like really good right now, and the only reason I didn't want to play it at regionals is because the Mermail matchup scared me a little. Yeah. But overall, like, this just helps during everything. It just deals with problems that other cards can't. That's all for the spells. Traps, I played 3 Gear. It's like easily the best card in the deck. Like this card is the only card that I can see being limited from this deck, and it actually needs to be. It's like one of the best cards in it, like the best deck cards in like the game right now. I played 2 7 tools. I prefer this to trap stun because, well, I don't like getting trap stunned. So I want to be able to stop their trap stun, and I also want to end the chain. Like I want my plays to go through, and this ends the chain. Like trap stun can't do that. I played 3 Fiendish Chain. Effect negation is pretty important right now, and this helps just get your plays through. It's also good for full house, stuff like that. Same with Call of the Haunted. These help progress your plays, and they're just a lot of the time if you draw this, you're winning. Especially since you can go like end phase this, get back an armor, so that on your turn you can flip it up and search again. Also good for full house. And then I played 1 Bottomless, 1 Torrential. I like this card because a lot of people don't actually play this in Geargia, but especially in the mirror match, if you wipe their field at a specific time, they can't come back because they've used everything that they run. It's really critical. I played the Warning, and I main decked the 1 Blackhorn. A lot of the time this deck sets a lot of back row, so this is the safest card to have against Exciton plays. And then there are not very many decks that we're just bad against, like I guess. Mermail's like, no. Prophecy is the worst deck to have this against, and that's it rarely happens. And it's easy to side out in that situation, but everything else is really good.
That's good. Would you ever consider meaning of full health, or...?
Not right now with Mermails being played. Like if Mermails fell off, then yeah, I would.
And go ahead and do the extra.
Sure. I'll start off. I played 2 Gigant X's. It's just really needed, and so you don't really need 3, especially in this build. If you're playing pure, you have to play 3, but like this is actually just really good. It's like it's actually a really good floater for the deck. I played the one arc, just really good. This guy, obviously. This actually won me like my Bujin matchup. Like, I did a really cool play where I just knew he would have Decree first, and he was going first, so he just set his back rows. What I did was I kept all my traps in hand, and then next turn I did this guy, and then set 4, and he just lost instantly.
So he had like a tank or some sort.
He had 2 monsters on the field with 1 Yamato, and I used my Book of Moon on it, so I lost that card, and then I played the Dweller, which is really good against a lot of matchups these days. For the rank 7s, I played Dracossack and Big Eye. Dracossack is just, you need to play it, and then Big Eye, it comes in handy a lot. I wouldn't take it out. I think it's actually just needed. For the Synchros, I play 1 Zen mains. This is my rank 3. I felt like it did the best job for rank 3, and like it was my personal favorite.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of adding an Alucard. I'm probably gonna take out this, but I like this against Mermail, but even then they can still go off after that. I guess it's best against erratic rulers, but they don't even, the deck doesn't even see play. Yeah. And then for the Karakuri engine, I run the 2 berets. I never really needed 3. A lot of the time you can continue plays without it, and especially with the Redox, you don't really need 3 all the time. Because spacing the extra deck is actually really tight. I played 1 Black Rose too. I played the 1 Beredo. I don't like the Felgrand play. This is just good. And you don't really want to go into this that much. It's just really greedy. You'd rather go into either Stardust or you can try to OTK with Scrap Dragon. That's it for the extra deck.
Side deck.
Side deck. A side deck I felt was actually really solid. It's probably not much I could change right now. I played 1 spell, Dimensional Fisher, and then the rest are traps.
Okay.
I played 1 macro. These are just good against like Mermail, Hieratic Ruler. And then I played 1 Soul Drain. It's just that's what it is. I played 1 Mind Crush. I don't know. A lot of the decks that Mind Crush is good against are decks that they +1 getting a switch.
Yeah.
So you're basically losing a card to get rid of their +1, so it doesn't really do that much. But it's still needed a lot against a lot of things.
Would he draw it most of the time, or just if he happened to draw it, happens?
If I happen to draw it, I happen to draw it, and it's helpful at times, but it's not really needed too much. Especially, I drew it against Harpies, and I used it. I also played 2 Full Houses. This card is actually really good in the early rounds, especially. I wouldn't play 3 though, because it will clog. It's just you never really want to have more than 1 at a hand of turn, but you definitely want to see it throughout the game. Blackhorns, 2 more. Like in the decks that it's good against, it's really good against. And in the mirror matches, it's probably the only really good card to play against because it actually stops the combo. Everything else just slows it down. They can keep going if they really want to. This is the best card against the matchup. I played 2 Light Imprisonings against like Bujins, Constellars. It helped out a lot. 2 DNA against Bujins and Prophecy. And then 3 Overworked. Fire Fist is definitely your worst matchup.
Yeah.
And then it's just really good against that. So you have to play 3. If you're going to play this deck, you have to play 3 in this side. Especially since it doesn't hurt you at all.
Any last words, Esala?
I really like the deck throughout, and I think it's actually really good. And if it doesn't get hit in the ban list, it's going to be the best deck of the next format until like Primal Origins hits. And like I didn't want to switch decks throughout this format because this is one of the few decks in the format that actually gets more support later. Yeah. Like Fire Fist, they're going to be done as soon as the next set hits, but this deck has more support to come. And then it'll become really good when that support comes out.
Alright.
So yeah.
So that's it, guys. This is the second place regionals. Phoenix shows up.